public opinion always spares a hawk, and the chicken punishes. If God listened to the prayers of people, then soon all people would have died, constantly wanting evil to each other. By force, you can't force anyone either to friendship or love. And there are no spells for this. Beasts living with us become manual, and people communicating with each other become wild. The life of anyone is busy tomorrow. People do not live, but only constantly intend to live. The closer people are kinship, the more acute a sense of hostility they have to each other. Anyone who is always inferior to others ends with the fact that he does not have his own principles. Filtering the earth, take a closer look at the water, the road, and the neighbor. Hear good or bad about yourself depends on ourselves. Beware of slander, even if it is lying, for most people do not know the truth, and in their judgments they simply follow the rumor. Do not be able to tolerate poverty shamefully. Not to be able to get rid of her labor is even more shameful. With consent small increases, and with strife the great breaks up. Everyone wants to live to old age, but when they live, they blame her. The only real wealth is mental wealth, and the rest is more grief than joy. The more a person is inclined to offend others, the worse he tolerates resentment. The tendency to quarrel, reproach, and envy are a companion of empty people. Many friendly connections have been terminated, and many houses are turned into ruins, with only one confidence in slander. Usually people condemn what they do not understand. The hardest thing is to keep a secret, not abuse leisure, and tolerate resentment. It is as dangerous to do good as good evil. Any decision should be made on the basis of knowledge, not by a majority of votes. One carries a cross for his crime, and the other is the crown. I am ashamed to admit, but of all living creatures, only one person does not know what is useful to him. Extreme compliance with the rule of law may be extreme lawlessness. As a soul without flesh is not called a person, so flesh without a soul cannot be called a person. Justice will then reign when everyone will perceive someone else's resentment as their own. There is no more angry than the one that loves love. If you were in charge of what source human judgments and interests flow from, then you would cease to haul the approval and praise of people. We do not so much need the help of loved ones as in the belief that we will get it. Usually there is no consent between people until they find a common enemy for themselves. Never trust the union with a person who is more powerful of you or considers himself such. If a certain object annoys you, then it is not he who is to blame for this, but your judgment about him, and in your power to change this judgment. Believe me, everything is born from the earth, and everything is returning there. He falls who runs. The one who crawls does not fall. Fate gives too much fate, but enough no one. Avoid pleasure that gives rise to sadness. A real way to take revenge on the enemy is to resemble him. Drunkenness does not give birth to vices, it discovers them. Rumor is a disaster, faster than which there is nothing in the world. Not a single evil man became evil in an instant. Everything that is done well enough is performed quickly enough. People scare others so as not to be afraid of themselves. The art of convincing people is much higher than all arts, as it makes everyone with its slaves of their own free will, and not by coercion. Every slander is cowardly both on the tongue and on business. He never acts openly, but like sitting in an ambush, imperceptibly lets out from somewhere in an arrow. No other evil turns a person to such an extent into a demon as anger. Punishment for civil passivity is the power of the villains. For this, the ram is given a horn so that he does not please with the wolves. Neither the witness nor the prosecutor is as terrible as the conscience that lives in the heart of every person. When a person with money meets a person with experience leaves with money, and a person with money leaves with experience. They are especially afraid of those who scream the most. When many take up the work, not to be good, the one who steals the hook from the belt is severely punished, and the one who steals the whole kingdom becomes a ruler. Only he can be called a husband, whom the fair wind will not passionate, and the oncoming wind will not break. Unintended youth, the worried body conveys old age. The punishment that is given by a gentle person seems much harder. Whoever treats his wife too harshly, not deigning jokes and laughter, forces her to seek pleasure on the side. Anger from madness differs only in short duration. Those who keep animals must admit that they serve the animals rather than the animals them.